What is going on out there, good people, and welcome back to LMDTNT, where I am living my dream, trading and traveling. Hope everybody out there is doing well. As for me, I am doing pretty good. Shut these machines down for the day. About to get this recap done, and I'm gonna head to the airport to go throw bags so that I can keep my benefits intact, and so I could probably go to Mexico this week. But wanted to get a quick recap done and over with for today because the bot won't take another trade until 2 o'clock. Not sure if it will, so we'll go ahead and recap where we are at today. So I'm gonna go ahead and come on over to the charts. The bot took 2 trades today. It took a red trade and it took a green trade, and we are finishing up just about 1 R. Realize we're up 89.72. As I always say, is risking no more than $100 per trade, so just shy of being up 1 R on the day. One thing that I look at this chart right here and I see that just kind of irks me. If you look right there, y'all, there was a trade that it had 56.25 points of risk. That was just 6.25 over what I can trade. And look at the move that this thing made, y'all. Definitely would have locked in the 2.25. If this didn't come back and take out 2.25, this easily could have hit target just looking at this move, but can't have them all. Got to stick to the system. But let's go ahead. Let's look at the 2 trades that we did take. I'm gonna blow up the chart. I'm gonna move that out of the way, and that will probably pop back up on the screen. If it does, that's just the watchdog doing what it's supposed to do. But let's go ahead. Let's look at these 2 trades real quick. First one, it took just after 11 o'clock p.m. Looked like about 10 after 11. Took a short, and it shorted right into this moving average. Can't do anything about that. That's not something that's going to be a no trade, but I can look at the chart and see, boom, shorted right into it, rolled over, stopped out. One thing, if you notice now, I have label descriptors on my chart. This right here really works with my developer when we go back and we do some back testing. And basically what this is saying, very quickly that I can see it, it's a short. The risk was 20 points. The nearest demand was 1.25 R. The age of the zone that was broken was 25 bars. The zone, how thick it was 7.25 R. And this was in the Asia session. So real quick way for me to kind of get everything about that trade. And over time, we're going to be using that to kind of weed out trades. If we could find a zone that performs bad, we'll weed that out. But this was the second trade that it took. This was the green trade. Took this one at 10 after 3 this morning. It was a long, risking 20.25 points this time. Near supply was 1.94 R. The age was 43. The zone, I'll come down there and look at it, was 16.25 points. So it's fairly thick. And this was during the London session. But we see just kind of chopped its way up, just kind of kept setting slightly higher highs. And then we finally got the move right here to break step 1. That same candle broke step 2. And this thing almost went to 4.5 R. We would have needed it to get up to 5 R to be able to lock that 4 R in. And then this thing just rolled all the way over, locking in 2.25 R. I was telling Spark, if I was up, it's a good chance I would have got out of this thing making 4 R. That's just a sick move just to see it come back. But look at that, y'all. Not locking anything in, trying to just let this thing run. It would have stopped out. But something else to look at. Notice the 100 EMA trail it basically stopped out at the same point right there. So even if you was trailing off of the 100, still would have tagged you and stopped out. After that, just kind of chopped around. 7 o'clock came in. That locks the session filter back in. And then you just kind of see it did nothing up until that move right there. And then boom, explosive move on up. This market is just crazy, y'all. Absolutely crazy. We see that it's taken out all of these old supplies, took out that new supply, took out that old supply. This thing is just grinding, We had 30872. But here's what it is. We made some money today. Can't be mad at that. Go ahead and look at stats inside of Tradovate. Like I said, we was 1 for 2, traded right at 50%. That winning trade made 187. That losing trade lost 90. Again, no more than. I always have to say that, no more than. Start off red. Can't be mad. It's a green trade just on the other side. And that's what that showed right there. On that note, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to wrap this one up. This is going to be a fairly quick one because, like I said, I need to get myself ready to go throw bags. As always, thanks for checking me out. If you hadn't hit that like button, please do so. If you're not subscribed, please think about subscribing. And as always, we can continue the conversation in the comments. Anybody out there watching these videos, are y'all trading any type of automated systems? I got a very big accomplishment done this weekend with mine, to where if power goes out and my computer shuts all the way off, when power comes back on, my computer will boot up, log in, open NinjaTrader, log into NinjaTrader, start the strategy, and then start watching to make sure there's no errors. So this thing is pretty much 100% autonomous at this point. This is right where I want it to be. Like I said, this past weekend went through, looked at some trades, added that label system to be able to kind of investigate trades a little bit more now. My thought process initially was looking at how long we were in trades and the stats on that. From doing that is where I got to this labeling system, and it has actually created some new filters to be able to possibly filter out some of those weaker trades. There was one particular combination between the age of the zone and the height of the zone that it took 4 trades this year. All 4 of them were red. So that's a prime candidate to filter out. If that 5th trade comes along, based on those numbers, we can assume that it's going to be another red trade. So going to be filtering those out if any of those happen this week. There was another combination that probably filtered out maybe 20 something trades over the year. It's a little bit more aggressive, but when I ran it just over May and June, it actually was taking out some good trades. So I don't want to implement that right now. Going to do a little bit more research on it. But on that note, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to wrap this one up. We'll be back at it again tomorrow. Peace.